Hello everybody, here are some new tools you're going to be working with. It's really important that you pay close attention. These things are really tiny and you can use them in the wrong way and you will break them. I'm going to give you a couple symbols for them. They're all new words to most people, so even if you don't speak the language, these are still going to be really useful things to learn because of what they're called. And first off, we have a fan here. This is a fan. Fan. You can make a symbol for a fan like this. That'll work for a fan, no problem. All right, that's one thing that we're using. Inside your little baggie, you're gonna have a couple other things. One is wires, Next, you're gonna have a button. This is a switch, it's a button switch. Okay. A switch is going to be given this symbol because it can open and close. When I press the button down, it opens and closes a line. A switch or a button. Next is a potentiometer. Potentiometer, this connects across this way. These two are already connected. This connects here to here. When you turn it, it provides more or less resistance to the electricity flowing. Potentiometer. Potentiometer. Sorry, I don't want to spell that one wrong. Potentiometer. Okay. And it is just like a resistor. It looks like a resistor, but has an arrow pointing at it. It's a potentiometer. Okay. Next, we're going to look at a resistor. Okay. Resistor. It resists things. Okay. It will be drawn like this on a schematic. This is slowing things down. This is slowing things down as well, but it has an arrow on it. Last but not least, and kind of special, it's called an LED. Light emitting diode. LED. Okay. You'll notice it has an anode and a cathode, positive and a negative. This thing only works in one direction. You'll figure that out. Put it in one way, it won't work. Put it in the other way, it will work. This is shown as a symbol. This is a diode. It only goes in one direction. It only goes in one direction, and this one emits light. Okay, so this is a light emitting diode. A triangle, it's a diode. Diode goes only one way, and it emits light. You're always going to be using this thing called a breadboard here. This is being used to bring electricity to it from this battery. To turn it on, press that button. These rails down here, the red one's positive, the blue one's negative. When you want to connect things to this breadboard, you're going to use wires, you can use parts of the resistors, you can use the parts of the buttons, potentiometers, etc. Red, we're going to be using for positive. This brings electricity on the positive side over to this entire line. If I were to put this here, there's now power coming to any of these spots. Okay, there's electricity coming here. Obviously, it's not a complete circuit because there's nothing going back to the negative, but it goes to this entire line. It stops here, but it's connected all the way across here. So if I were to then take a resistor, which you have to put before or after an LED, otherwise the LEDs will burn out, so you have to make sure you use a resistor. I'm going to use this resistor to connect this line. You'll see here. Boom. These things can be really hard to push in sometimes. They're weird. If they're not going in for you, they're kind of just moving around like mine's doing. There it goes. You can use the small pliers inside your toolbox. These little bitty pliers look like this. You can use them just to put in here. You shouldn't have to press hard. If it's starting to bend, try to do it a different way. All right, I'm going to then bring the electricity down to line 40. So you see, I went from 46 to 40. There's electricity coming here now. We still don't have anything connecting to the negative. Now this is an LED. It's a light emitting diode. It only works in one direction. I have the positive. Right now this whole line is working. I need to connect the negative to make sure that the whole thing has a completed circuit. We'll get into talking about how these circuits work, but basically let's see what happens here. Boom, and boom, nothing, okay? One's longer than the other. Remember, it only works in one direction. Let's try it the other way. Let's put the long one this way. And boom. Look at that. We have a shining LED. Now, I'm not going to get in too much deeper into any of these other things and how they do. This is a potentiometer. It can change resistance. There's a button. It can turn things on and off. Remember, always put a resistor in the way of this. Otherwise, it will burn out really, really quickly. Guys, go ahead and experiment with these things. Please be very, very safe. You also have a fan, very clear, positive and negative. You can use these to make some experiments. Please, please, please be safe with these things. Don't hurt anything. Don't mess anything up. It's so important. Thanks, guys.